Thank you. Nice to be here. This is a fun night, huh? Everybody having a good time? Yeah. You should be proud of yourselves. You actually care about something. That's wonderful. You care about your friends. You came out here to watch some new comedy. That's so cool. The world needs more people that care at this point. Don't you think the world needs more people that care? Yeah. I was lucky enough recently. I did a benefit. I was on a benefit comedy show for the SPCA. You guys know what the SPCA is? They help people. They find abandoned animals and they help them get homes. You guys know SPCA? Do you know what the acronym SPCA stands for? This woman knows what she's talking about. Did you hear that? She's a smart one over here. Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. That's right, but a lot of people do not know that. A lot of people are not as smart as you. You keep telling yourself that. So I've been asking people, and I've got some fun answers. I asked a crowd once, and a woman said to me, "Safe place for cuddly affection?" Oh, that's so cute. What a cute answer. That one was much cuter than yours, by the way. Another woman said, "Sincerely provided compassion for all." Oh, wow, that's so earnest. What an earnest answer. But I think my favorite response to the acronym SPCA is, "Some people care, asshole." My family and I, we've been fostering dogs with the SPCA, so we'll have them over at the house for a couple nights, and it gets them out of the shelter for a couple nights, and it gets them more acclimated to people, and then they're easier to get adopted into homes. So we had a couple dogs over at the house a couple weeks ago, and my wife and I got up in the morning, we went out to the living room, and there was a poop on the floor in the living room, and my wife looked at me, and then she looked at the dogs, and she said, "Who did this?" And I just raised my hand. There's a thin line between self-deprecating and self-defecating. Either way, you're shitting on yourself. I mentioned my wife. I am married. I've been married for 23 years. Thank you. That's very nice of you. The rest of you, fuck you. 23 years, and I'm Jewish, and my wife is not Jewish, but my wife's gynecologist is a Jewish woman. So this past year, as a Hanukkah present, we bought her a labia menorah. My wife loves her gynecologist. She calls her the magician. And I was curious, so I asked my wife, what is it about your gynecologist that you love so much? And my wife thought about it for a minute, and she said, "I don't know, I guess she just checks all the boxes." I think that one of the things that's cool, actually, about the gynecology practice where my wife goes is it's very technologically advanced. They have this cool app that the patients can use where they can take a picture of their vagina, they send it into the gynecologist, and once the gynecologist looks at it, the picture disappears. It's called Snatch Chat. My wife doesn't like using that particular app, though, because she's got a very big bush. She's got a huge bush, really. My wife, she's got quite a bush on her, my wife. My wife's pretty hairy. She's so hairy that she was looking into getting some bikini waxing done, and to be able to afford it, we had to start a hedge fund. My urologist also has an app. It's called Dick Doc, and I have a urologist because I had a vasectomy, and thank you, another satisfied customer. Good. I don't know if you know this. These days, when you get a vasectomy, they ask you to shave your own balls. So I did. I shaved my own balls, and I went in, and the urologist, looked and saw that my balls were shaved. And he said, "Oh, I see that you've done what we asked you to do." And I said, "Yeah, now the ball's in your court." He was taking notes in my chart, and I thought that the brand of pen he was using was pretty insensitive. It was a Uniball. That's inspired. He was a good care provider, though, and caring is really important. He was a good care provider. My wife is a great gynecologist, and the reason I've been talking so much about caring for people and pets even is I got a family member right now who's been suffering with and is currently probably in the process of dying from Alzheimer's. And my wife's grandfather died from Alzheimer's a few years back, and I've been thinking about it, and It seems to me like the real unsung heroes in the fight against Alzheimer's and dementia are the caregivers of people with Alzheimer's and dementia. Can we give it up for the caregivers of people with Alzheimer's and dementia? Give it up for the caregivers. That's right. Those people hardly ever get recognized. I hope that you'll recognize me. My name is Vic Dubin. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you very much.